Hello and welcome to weekly reading vlog number 139. This is the week of the Dystopian Readathon, which I am so happy to have been asked to co-host. Our lead host is Naomi from Naomi's Library, and I will link all the information down below if you'd like to go check out any of my content. But let's get started on the vlog. I'm not gonna beat around the bush for too long because I need to go shower. I went to the gym for the first time this morning. This is me just having gotten back and I need to go for my second shower of the day. It's 10:30, but I need to un-gym myself and then watch Victoria's 12-hour live show. I am heading out at some point, but I need to freshen up and then I'll come back to Victoria. So my current read is actually Night Road by Kristin Hannah, which I'm listening to the audiobook of. This is not dystopian, but I was reading it yesterday, so I'd love to finish it. I'm currently about page 264, so I've got about 100 pages to go. Really enjoying this. I might walk to my parents later, which is a solid 45 minutes, so hopefully I can get much further into this. Let me just see how long my phone says I have left. 2 hours and 18 minutes. So if I can't finish it today, I'm sure I'll finish it while I work tomorrow. Let me just pop over and grab my dystopian TBR. So we're at the TBR shelves. Well, I say shelves, most of my books are TBR books, but my immediate TBR shelf. The priority read physically is The Toll by Neil Shusterman. This is a chunker, but I want to get at least 50% of the way into this today. It is it's over 600 pages. I don't think I knew that. But I do really need to read this. So actually, first priority is to go on to Recaptains and figure out what happened in Scythe and Thunderhead, and then I'm going to crack on with The Toll. So that is my physical read. As soon as I finish Night Road, I need to pick up the audio for The Grace Year by Kim Liggett. This one I reserved on my library app so that I can definitely listen to the audiobook, and it's about a magical... when you're 16 you get banished to the forest and have to survive. I don't really know, but very dystopian. Then for the rest of the week, as we're heading into June, I want to get to Girls with Razor Hearts, which is the sequel for Girls with Sharp Sticks. Clara and the Sun, which very daunted by, but would love to read. And then If I Have Time, 4 by Veronica Roth. Somehow, after reading like not many books at all in May, I want to read 5 dense books this week, so we will see how I can do. But for now, let's get ready for my day. Hello. It is actually now Tuesday evening and home from work, had dinner, done the food shop, all that very exciting stuff. And I have books to talk to you about. So I did finish Night Road by Kristin Hannah today. I was listening to the audiobook while I worked, and I've settled on 4 stars for this one. I don't know what it's focusing on, but my face. This was really good. I enjoyed it. It was emotional. I almost cried 3 times and there was a tear that escaped once. So very emotional. I am gonna hold on to this. I'm always unsure on 4 stars whether I need to keep them forever. But I'm gonna hold on to this one, and hopefully in the future, which it just sounds like such a pipe dream right now, but hopefully in the future when I have, again, hopefully my own kids, I feel like this will be quite a fun one to read. Not even fun, just emotional, hard-hitting one to read, because it is all about the like mother-daughter relationship, and I had a good time with it. Then I wanted to read 50% of The Toll last night, and I genuinely read like 50 pages. So my plan for tonight is to read as much of this as possible. I'm about to do reading sprints with Naomi for the readathon on my channel, so I'm gonna go do those, and yeah, hopefully get some of this read. Hello. The postman's just been, I mean, let's ignore the fact it's like 3 PM. The postman's just been and dropped off a Moonpig box, which means it's from Victoria. But Victoria has no reason to send me anything. So I'm very confused. Let's find out together, shall we? I can't show you the box like that because my address is right on top. Oh dear. And it's so light, like it doesn't weigh anything. Okay, what's going on in here? This is heavy. Oh, okay, there's a bear, let's read the card. Oh my god, I was fine today. This is the sweetest thing I've ever seen. It's a little bear. It says thank you. And I'll read it out, I'll be soppy. I can edit this out if she doesn't want me to have it in here. It says, "You're the best, thank you so much. To Chloe, Thank you so much for helping with the live show and for always being such a brilliantly supportive friend. I really appreciate you. You're welcome. I'm so touched. Hello, hello. Couple of bits and bobs to talk to you about. My hair is everywhere. It is Thursday afternoon and I'm working from home today. I actually spent my lunch break at the gym. Like, who am I? Someone with very painful calves is who I am. I am awful. Genuinely, I went to the gym, did 30 minutes on a cross trainer, and then, I mean, I didn't have many options. I had to come back because I have to come back to work, but that was enough for me. That was enough for me. Day 2 of the gym, that was enough. We'll go again tomorrow if my legs don't hurt. But my whole point was I came back from the gym to this, and there's only one thing on my wish list this can be, and that's a kilo of sweets. But we'll find out together who sent that to me. So here are the sweets. It says Sweetie Pie. Yeah, a kilo pick and mix selection of sweets. I don't even know what we've got in here. We've got little straws. We've got a big gummy worm thing, but an entire kilo. Oh, this is from Rachel. This is so cute. Hey Chloe, I just watched your most recent vlog and I know you must be missing Cole a lot, so I wanted to send you some sweets to make sure you're doing okay and to send virtual hugs. Rachel, that is so cute. Like, you really don't have to do that, and the fact you have is just so touching. Like you said in your comment, I can't wait till we can meet in person one day and I can give you a big hug, because thank you so much. I will try my best not to demolish these in one go, because knowing me, it could happen, but maybe I'll make a good start on the 12 hours on Saturday. Maybe we can see how far I can get in 12 hours. But thank you so much, that is adorable. Then to move on from that, which I'm really touched, I finished a book today. I actually finished it in the gym. That was The Grace Year by Kim Liggett, and I've given this 4.5 stars. I really liked this one. So if I haven't said, this is about a society where all of the girls, when they come of age, when they're 16, so there's one season a year, so the season that they're 16, it makes sense in my brain. They are sent away for the Grace Year, and nobody talks about the Grace Year, no one talks about what happens on the Grace Year, but all the girls are sent off. Our main character is starting to question why things are done, and it's a classic dystopian in that sense. But I absolutely loved how graphic the descriptions were in this. Parts of this were cute, parts of it were full-blown disgusting. Like, there is a section where a girl gets part of her scalp ripped off. Like, do with that what you will, but I loved it. I felt like the dystopian world was so well made and felt real, and also the relationships between the characters felt very real as well, so I enjoyed that. There was a lot of weird time movings around, but this book had to cover an entire year of being away, so I felt like it made sense, and it was probably done as best as you can cover an entire year in one book. But I had a fantastic time with this. I'm so glad I read it. And that is book 1 for the Dystopian Readathon done. The other one I'm reading is The Toll. I'm now just shy of 300 pages into that one, and I want to carry on with it tonight, but it's just taking me so long. So I actually might pick up my next pick, which is Girls with Razor Hearts, and it's over there. I might start that one on audio, probably not tonight, because I still have like a little bit of work to do, and then it's time for dinner and the Vampire Diaries, so don't really have time to fit in another audiobook today, but that might be my solution, to listen to that while I work tomorrow, just to make sure I'm actually reading some books for this readathon. So yeah, to summarise, I've been talking for 4 minutes, but thank you again, Rachel, and everyone should read this book. Hello, it is Friday, I'm working at home, and I just got a giant box from Typo. It wasn't till this box arrived that I realised I got a Father's Day card for my dad, and I also bought him one yesterday and wrote in it, so I'm gonna have to just return a Father's Day card, which seems ridiculous, but hey ho. I know why this box is so big, and it's very exciting. Okay, it is very poorly packaged, I will say that. There is just like, literally, this is loose. Does it even have an envelope? I don't think it does. So this is the card I was giving my dad. I kind of need an envelope, guys. Oh well, that makes it easier to return. This is what I made the purchase for. It is a chair. It is a folding chair. It has a cool bag inside of the chair, so you can pop your drinks in and keep them cold. But it looks like the zip is broken. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm being dramatic. I don't think we need me to model the seat, but I also think we need me to model the seat. 2 packets of washi tape. These were like £1.50 each. I thought they were funky. A set of pens in these funky colours. Found the envelope. Collapsible laptop stand. So right now my laptop annoyingly sits on the table. I need to see whether this will actually hold my laptop, but I got it in pink so it matches the rest of the flat. And last thing in here is probably what I'm most excited about, I won't lie. It is one of their ramen bowls and it says always hungry, and this is absolutely giant. Comes with chopsticks. I have many chopsticks. Microwave safe, dishwasher safe, and always hungry. It is, does it tell me how big this is? No, it's just called the Feed Me bowl, and as I'm planning on ramen for lunch, it works perfect. But that is it. What do I do with this giant thing, and how do I return a single card? I don't know. I might ask my sister if she needs a card. It's been 4 minutes, I'm still talking. So I'm currently listening to the audiobook of Girls with Razor Hearts, which is the sequel to Girls with Sharp Sticks. I'm about 100 pages in, and you know what? I'm not wowed for now. It just feels like a recap of book 1 so far, which is useful because it's been so long since I read book 1. But I'm not really getting any more fun out of it yet, so we'll see how that goes. I will update you when I finished it, which hopefully, not gonna lie, will be today. Hello, it is rather late. It's like 10:15 on Friday night. I just scratched my own face. I am heading to bed, but I thought I would just drop in. I just did the American Horror Story watch along, and this series has really scared me, so that's going to be fun. It's season 10, if anyone's watched it. I don't want any spoilers, but I'm just scared. We've watched 2 episodes now, and I'm not looking forward to the dark tonight. Anyway, I just finished the audiobook of Girls with Razor Hearts by Suzanne Young. If I have not already said in this vlog, this is the sequel to one of my favourite books of all time, Girls with Sharp Sticks. So that's clearly a 5-star. This is getting 2 stars. I genuinely despised it and I'm so mad. I'm so mad. So there is a 3rd book, Girls with Rebel Souls. I own it. I'm going to read it because I think this is just suffering with 2nd book syndrome, and there's basically nothing in here that's new from book 1 and nothing that is solved going into book 3. So it's just literally a filler. And I said it in last week's vlog, I think it would have been last week, where I like my books to, if they're in a series, I like them to be like movies, where each individual movie has a beginning, middle, and end. And yes, there can be a cliffhanger, but you need to resolve the main plot of that book, and that book needs to have its own plot. This did not have its own plot. I really did dislike it. I'm being so harsh, but like, I love Girls with Sharp Sticks. I will recommend that to anybody. But this one felt like there were 2 messages the author wanted to get across and would just repeat them literally over and over and over again, while our main character Mina got in the same situation over and over and over again. And the thing I love about Girls with Sharp Sticks is the Innovations Academy, which is where they're being schooled to be perfect wives. I love that environment. Well, obviously I don't if you've read it, but I love the concept of that environment. This one, we're in the real world and it just kind of sucks. So really sad about this, because this is one of my most anticipated reads ever. I am going to be continuing with the series. Let me just talk about that quickly though, because there is wrapping paper in the way. The 2 books I want to read now for the Dystopian Readathon are Clara and the Sun and 4 by Veronica Roth, and I still have half of the Toll. So I put a poll up on YouTube to do my 12-hour stream, and it said to finish the Toll first, and then the second highest vote was for Clara and the Sun. So that's giving me about 700 pages in total. I don't think I can read all that, but I'm gonna try. But then for Sunday, that means I have this entire book, and I have actually found the audiobook for this on SCRIBD. The audiobook is only like 6 hours long, and I don't think that's on double speed. I think that's on single speed. So I can definitely get that done on Sunday. And there was a point to this. I listened to this whole thing today, and Girls with Rebel Souls is shorter, so I can definitely listen to that on Sunday. If not, it's just going to bleed into Monday, and I am fine with that because I am reading all these books. I'm reading these two, I'm finishing The Toll, and I'm reading book 3 in this series to find out whether I can unhaul this or not, because genuinely I don't want to look at it. But if Girls with Rebel Souls is good, I know that I need to keep this just for completeness, because you can't keep book 1 and book 3. For now, book 1 is one of my favourite books of all time, and this could end up on my most hated books of this year, so we'll see what happens tomorrow. Well, Sunday. Actually, I've not left yet, I'm still here. So on the topic of tomorrow, as I said, first thing is to read The Toll. I have packaged up some gifts for some lovely friends who, I don't know if I can say it because I don't know if they'll be there by the time this goes up, but I have 3 friends that I have sent some packages to for various reasons, so they're being picked up by Royal Mail, and Crazy Mal has let me know that Royal Mail will be back for me and Amazon will be back for me. And Amazon, I have ordered things for some lovely friends for their birthdays on Amazon, so tomorrow's going to be very haul heavy. Also, so I'm going to be live from 10 till 10, which will have already happened when you see this vlog, but if you want to go back and check it out because you missed it, then hopefully this will be inspiration to do it. We currently have 6 guests lined up. We've got Victoria, Laura, Faith, Ali, Rachel and Emily, all coming in at various times, so that means at least 6 out of the 12 hours I will have a guest. It's kind of really weird to approach people. Like, I approached one of the biggest booktubers there are, and they were really kind about it, but it's just so daunting. Like, I can't explain it to you. The imposter syndrome is real. So yeah, felt a bit weird this weekend, but really hoping that it goes well tomorrow. I don't know how much I'll be able to film because I'm going to be live literally all day. I'll hopefully drop in when I finish a book, give you some thoughts. I also want to film 2 videos, but that might delay until Sunday. But yeah, stuff going on. Scared for tomorrow. I'm gonna go get some rest. I have time to watch like 2 episodes of something on Netflix before Cole has his break at work, so I'm gonna just go chill. I've definitely read enough today. I read a whole book. Hello. So we are about 3 hours into the live stream now, and we had a slight stress in the fact that it completely ended my stream and I had to make a new one. It's all good. Victoria has been on as a guest. She is an absolute gem. Most supportive first guest I could ask for, so really happy that she came on. Reading update, I'm on page 413 of The Toll, so I will get this done in the next 3 hours, I guess. And I just picked up the audiobook for 4 by Veronica Roth while I was eating some lunch and sorting out the technical issues, so this one's very easy to listen to because I've got the audiobook on SCRIBD. What I actually wanted to hop in and show you is I got a gift from Crazy Mal, and some of you guys, the hardcore viewers, may remember she sent me a copy of Night Film by Marisha Pessl, and the condition was just not good, really. And I was happy with any gift, but because Mal had bought it secondhand and it said it was very good, she wasn't happy with it. So she got me another one because, well, she exchanged it, got her refund and got me this one. So here we have Night Film by Marisha Pessl. It is a chunky boy. I don't even know, it's like 600 pages. It's mixed media. I think I'm going to take the plastic wrap off. I don't know, it's just shining a bit too much for holding up in videos, which is kind of what I do here. So I might take the plastic wrap off, but yes, very happy to now own this again, but for the final time. I keep looking up to check that everything's still working. And she also put this card in which says, yippee, you did it, and she's given me permission to read it, so I'll read it now. It says, to Chloe, just a note to say congratulations. You did it, you hit 3K. You have been a light for my dark times, and I'll forever be grateful for your content, and for first your content and then what became a friendship I am so happy to have in my life. You're amazing, keep being you. Lots of love, Crazy Mel. P.S. Matthew says congrats on 3K, but Stefan is still the best. Which Matthew is her son and he's obsessed with Stefan, not Damon. Very bad choices. But this is the cutest thing. I'll be keeping it up on my shelves for a little while. And she also put this keyring in, which is going to be a little bit hard to show you, but I'll try. Okay, this is as good as I can get it. So we've got a star with a little rainbow. And then what it actually says on here is, may you be proud of the work you do, the person you are, and the difference you make. And I'm not gonna cry, but that really, really touched me. That means a lot to me because I've had a few people this morning say thank you for, we were talking about when I got into YouTube and why, and a few people have said thank you for really supporting them when they needed like a friend, and me having an online presence helped that. And yeah, that really means a lot to me. So hoping that the stream is still working, I'm gonna go do some more reading. I don't need words, just check out my food. I'm so excited. Hello, it is actually Monday morning now and I have quite a lot of updates to give. I went out all day yesterday, got back about 3 and I was very unwell. I think looking back it was sunstroke because I'd been out in the sun all day and not drank anything, which would make sense for it to be sunstroke. So I was in and out of consciousness from 3 p.m. yesterday until 8 a.m. this morning. During that time, I came in here and unboxed 3 gifts that had been sent to me. Watching that footage back, I am not putting that on the internet. I literally was sitting here opening boxes and then I needed, what did I even need? I can't even remember what it was. I needed something from the other side of the table and it took me a solid 3 minutes to crawl around my coffee table to grab something. And I'm just sat here completely deliriously talking. So that footage has been deleted. So unfortunately these people won't see me opening the box, but I still have the notes. I can still tell you who they're from and thank them again. I also have some reading updates. So let's start with the books that I finished over the weekend. So from looking back, I'm not sure if I actually told you I finished The Toll by Neil Shusterman, because I'd kept it over on this table, which normally means I have to talk about it still. So this being book 3 in the Scythe series, I just didn't really care for it that much. I gave it 3 stars. Without saying the word, I'm just gonna say the word. It was a fine book. For one, it did not need to be 630 pages long. It really, really didn't. And I think that's what dampened my enjoyment of it, was the whole time me thinking, why are you telling me this again? Like, let's just go back and do this once. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I gave Scythe 5 stars. I gave Thunderhead 4 stars and I've given The Toll 3 stars. So just not a series I'm massively obsessed with. And what I'm actually planning on doing is the same as Girls with Razor Hearts. I'm going to unhaul Thunderhead and The Toll and just keep Scythe for a nice reminder of a dystopian series I've read, and I can reread the first one if I so wish. But yeah, I can't tell you much about the plot for this being the 3rd book, but it could have been a lot shorter. And I enjoyed the ending. I know a lot of people don't like the ending. I did enjoy the ending. I liked how it wrapped up, so that went well, but wasn't a massive fan. I then last night, actually as I was in and out of consciousness, finished the audiobook for 4 by Veronica Roth. So this is a collection of short stories from the character 4's perspective throughout the Divergent timeline. And I've also given this one 3 stars. I'm gonna keep this just because it's a matching edition, which sounds silly, but these are all the collector's anniversary editions. I don't think this really added too much to the Divergent trilogy like storyline. So we're looking back at how 4 came to be in the Divergent faction, and then a couple of interactions with characters in his life. And they were fine. I've said it again, they were fine, but they just didn't bring anything absolutely special. So 3 stars. I'm gonna keep it. Do I need to keep? I don't think I want to keep it. Decision to be made at a later date. Right, so books I got as gifts from you lovely, lovely people. The first one is Falling Hard for, I can't even speak now. Falling Hard for the Royal Guard by Megan Clausen from the lovely Laura. So Laura was a guest on my live show on Saturday and she's just an absolute sweetheart because the note says, "Thank you for letting me attempt YouTube. I will leave it to the professionals. I love this book so much. A cute, fun read, plus who doesn't love men in uniform?" So yeah, this, as far as I'm aware, is just a woman who falls in love with a royal guard. It says, from her bedroom in the Tower of London, 26-year-old Maggie has always dreamed of her own fairy tale ending. Yet this is 21st century London, so instead of knights on white horses, she has catfish on Tinder. and with her last relationship ending in spectacular fashion, she swears off men for good. And then a chance encounter with Royal Guard Freddie forces Maggie to admit that she isn't ready to give up on love just yet. But how do you catch the attention of someone who is trained to ignore all distractions? And I think this is going to be really good. I am like not interested in that sort of way, but interested in the Royal Guards and like how they would have relationships. I mean, I guess standing still like that is just your job, so like you can talk to people after work. So yeah, just intrigued. As a British person, very intrigued. Next up, we have Two Wrongs Make a Right by Chloe Leese, and this was a gift from Dilvy at Dilvy Reads. I hope I'm saying that correctly. That's how I've always said it in my brain. So this one says, I just wanted to give you a gift to say thank you for all your videos and for how much you do for your community. Enjoy this book. Which, isn't that the cutest thing you've ever heard? Like, adorable, because I don't feel like I do that much, so the fact that, you know, people think I do is really incredible. So I'll just read a little chunk of this because it is quite a long description, but this is a retelling of Much Ado About Nothing. Jamie and Bea have nothing in common except a meat disaster and the mutual understanding that they couldn't be more wrong for each other. But when the people closest to them play Cupid and trick them into going on a date, the pair realise they have something else in common after all, an undeniable need for revenge. So that just sounds very interesting. I do really like this cover. It really appeals to me, especially with the kind of different looking woman with the full sleeve of tattoos. I just appreciate that for some reason. And yeah, I think for this one, I'm more excited by the fact that somebody thinks I'm doing that much for the community. So thank you so much for sending me this one. It really put a smile on my face yesterday when I was delirious. And then the final gift is from the lovely Claire at Books and Ink. She sent me We Spread by Ian Reid, and I have heard amazing things about this. So her note says, this book blew me away and was my favourite read of 2022. I sobbed my heart out. Enjoy. And this is about Penny, who has lived in the same apartment for decades, surrounded by the artefacts and keepsakes of her long life. She is resigned to the mundane rituals of old age until things start to slip. Before her long-term partner passed away years earlier, provisions were made, unbeknown to her, for a room in a unique long-term care residence where Penny finds herself after one too many incidents. And it looks like it's told in such a fascinating way. And Claire has messaged me since I opened this. Let me just find the message. And I think that kind of gathers why I'm so excited. She said, it's bloody amazing, it really is. I went through so many emotions, it was unbelievable. I read with sadness, utter rage, and when the penny dropped, so did the tears. So I need to be in a good mental space for this book, apparently. This is really short, it's like 290 pages, and if I just show you an example of the page, they look very easy to get through. So I feel like this is going to have a really big impact on me. Hopefully. So those were the lovely gifts, and of course I am still talking, so I just want to wrap you up with the final things I read at the weekend. I say things, I mean thing. I was reading Clara and the Sun while I was sat out in the sun getting sunstroke, and I got up to page 127, so that is just shy of halfway in this book, and I do really want to finish this one. Chelsea predicted I'm going to give it 3 stars. From the current part I read, it's feeling quite 3-star, but we will see if anything changes. This is definitely the first book of this nature I'm reading, and I am intrigued to see what I think. I don't class myself as an intelligent reader, and I felt like I had to be a bit clever going into this, but I'm seeing that it is kind of understandable. Boring at times. I don't really care about the position that Clara is in the shop in that much detail. So yeah, kind of boring at times, but kind of really interesting at the same time. So hopefully finishing this one today, tomorrow, and I will give you my thoughts when I have them. But that is actually it. So please leave me a sun emoji if you got to this point in the vlog to show me that you got this far. It means so much, guys. I know I say it every week, but genuinely just seeing them flood in, knowing you guys care that much about what I have to say, it really is a treat. So please do leave me the sun emoji if you got this far. Apart from that, thank you again for all the lovely gifts that have arrived this week. Thank you again to Naomi for letting me co-host the Dystopian Readathon. I did do some sums, and my total page count for the readathon was 1,696 pages with 4.5 books finished. So that is pretty damn good if you ask me. Really happy with that. Would have loved to also finish this, but we can't help sunstroke. I mean, we can, it was my own fault, but we can't help it retrospectively. So thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna stop talking because I've been here 15 minutes. Not that you'll see all that because I'll crop it, but I've been here a long time. Thank you. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.